we are joined here by royalty, indeed, of the fan world. So, Michael, tell us, when was the first game that you came to for the Dons?
First game was against West Ham at the NHS.
Ah, that was Wimbledon days then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
2003.
Yeah.
So, and you've been coming consistently ever since then?
To be honest, no. That was a one-off, and then came back for the Tranmere match.
Right.
That Tranmere match.
Yeah.
Then season ticket holder from that point onwards.
From that point onwards. And John, similar, you were at the hockey stadium, weren't you?
Yes, day one,
And,
23rd of September 2003.
Against Burnley.
Against Burnley.
Indeed. And who scored the first goal?
Burnley scored the first goal, a guy called Robbie Blake.
And who scored the first goal for us?
Dean Holdsworth.
Dean Holdsworth, indeed. Do you remember that goal?
I do, and many more as well.
And many more. Because you came up, didn't you?
1988, Wembley, Liverpool, my first game.
Ah, fantastic. So, moving on then, because the club has changed, hasn't it, in 10 years?
A little bit.
So, and what do you think of it? How does it compare now to what it was 10 years ago at the hockey stadium?
It feels a lot more family orientated, it's very close knit, and everyone's a friend.
I think that's true, isn't it? John, you'd agree with that? It is really friendly, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's unbelievably friendly. It's one of the friendliest clubs I've ever known.
And how do you think it works with the club as well? Because I think we get quite an insight into what's going on as well. I think the managers have always been pretty open with what we're trying to do and what we're up to.
Yeah, I can't think of any other clubs that would allow the fans as much, information and freedom to talk to the players, the managers, and input.
Yeah, exactly.
And they listen to what we have to say as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. And so going through that long list of managers, we've got real stability now with Carl, but what was it like in the early years where we had like manager after manager after manager?
Well, it was quite deflating at times. Obviously, when Stuart came, he had a really difficult job. He had a team that was being cherry-picked from Premier League.
Yeah.
Well, not the Premier League then, but obviously it was being cherry-picked, and basically the players around about just left, and Stuart had a really difficult job to try and keep us in this division, and he was on basically no chance to keep us in. And then obviously Danny came in, tried, but we got relegated with Danny. And
sorry, can I just do the one and say it, man?
The Danny Wilson Memorial Lean.
Yes. So from then on, we tried for the high-profile manager. Martin Allen Paulins, and Paulins worked for us. Martin didn't. Di Matteo. Yeah.
Can we just say
that was the next one?
Yes, it worked once for us.
Yeah.
Yes. Paulins Mark II didn't work.
And here
I think Martin Allen worked as well.
Which was his downfall, wasn't it?
That's correct.
It certainly was. Yes. If you're going to boo, don't bother coming back. And he didn't.
Coming back. No. Yes, exactly that, yeah. Well done him. So the players this year, there's a real feeling to it, isn't there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There is a buzz about the place, and a bit of optimism that this could possibly be the year that we get promoted.
Yeah.
Depending on a bit of luck as well, and keeping hold of certain players, as we all know.
This is the first year I think we can say that we've got strength in depth as well.
I think
which is something we've never had before, and something we're enjoying, to be honest.
So going back, do you think in that year when we got promoted in 2008, we had strength in depth that year? Because we managed to carry it through, didn't we, to the next season?
Well, this year is similar in a sense that we are nicking results on the road, 1-0s, and we did that a lot in 2008.
We're winning.
And we had a good goal scorer up front. Mark Wright clipped in with a few, and we've got that.
But again, we had goals coming from all over the place in that season, which I think is quite common this time as well. It's written. It's a sign.
Is it a sign?
It carried through, and I think we'll all look back on that season and say perhaps we should have gone up.
Yeah. It was that Torrey Andre Flo moment, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it was a whole series. To me, it was a whole series of matches where he just. Yeah, it was here. Yeah. It was where Robbie just, for whatever reason, decided to try and defend 1-0 leads from the 11th minute.
Yeah.
And I think that
Which
cost us.
was against what he tried to do all season, really.
And to be honest, I don't think that mentality is in the team at the moment.
No.
They're all out-and-out winners, and they want to go. And they want to go and kill the game. It's not just winning. And with Bennington well up front, it's always going to work.
All right, one last word then. So we're putting together this archive of everything Milton Keynes Dons since 2003. If there was one thing in it that you'd like to see, what would it be?
John Oxenable's heel.
The heel.
The heel.
Very good. John,
one thing that we'd like to see.
Yeah, one thing that you'd like to see in the archive. What would be the first thing that you go to?
First game at the national, first game at this new stadium.
Against Bury.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know we lost it, but
Yeah.
Heisel's first goal and history being made with the new stadium.
Right. Brilliant.
Where do we start? Gerber's overhead.
Gerber's overhead,
The scissor kick that never
Yes,
lost.
Semmelbor's heel of God,
Yeah.
Will Griggs' nipple of God against
Yeah.
Man United.
Definitely.
That's
Yeah,
coming out as a favourite.
Yeah.
Is it really?
As it should.
Where do we start? I'd go for it's
Gareth Ed's
Stadium.
Hockey Stadium. Yeah, good for that.
Brilliant. All right then.